Oh, okay, this is exciting. When it comes to saving the animals of the earth, primatologist Jane Goodall doesn't monkey around. And as Jessie found out in a one-on-one stroll down memory lane, she's now set her sights on a new creature in trouble, us.
I hope that I might be able to show you some photos and we could talk about how they make you feel and what they make you think of. Isn't that a lovely shot?
That's one of my favourite pictures of all time, and it reminds me of Michelangelo's God reaching out to man. And this is man reaching out to the animal kingdom. I love it. That's little Flint. Look at those eyes, big wondering eyes, and it was a very magical moment.
I love this one. Seeing you two mimic each other.
Well, I'm mimicking him.
Yeah.
He's not mimicking me.
You must regularly think about the similarities between chimpanzees and humanity.
You can't miss them. Kissing, embracing, holding hands, patting, using and making tools, begging for food, go away, even have war, but they also have love and altruism. Trump digs coal. He's done so much damage already to the environment, but he's not alone. You know, when you think that in the olden days, the indigenous people, they used to make decisions in their life asking, how will this affect future generations? And today it's, how will it affect me now, the next political campaign, or the next shareholder meeting? Instead of thinking about the future of our own children. And yet when you talk to these CEOs and government leaders who have children, they say, I love my children. Do you realize what you're doing to them?
This is one I really love.
Yeah, I love that too. That's my amazing, wonderful mother. I probably wouldn't be doing what I'm doing but for her.
Is there still stuff that she instilled in you that you think is still there, alive?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, she taught me to have confidence in myself. She taught me, if you want to change somebody's mind, first listen to them and see if that helps you to understand them better, and then maybe you can get them to think, you know, the way you do. And I hear her voice all the time.
Helps when you're dealing with CEOs and politicians, I imagine.
Absolutely.
Not to yell at them and tell them they're wrong.
No, you mustn't do that. You've got to find a way to get into the heart. And the only way, I think, is to tell stories.
Ah.
My favourite cartoon.
Yeah, there's a cartoon, it's two chimps, and the female chimp is saying to the male chimp, well, well, another blonde hair, conducting a little more research with that Jane Goodall tramp. That's an honour, right?
Of course it's an honour. Gary Larson was one of my favourite cartoonists of all time.
Some of the people you've inspired.
Yeah, fight for the future.
Any message to the New Zealand students thinking about taking a day off school, heaven forbid, to take part in these climate strikes?
Well, first of all, of course, school is important, but you can easily make up a day. I mean, you're pretty stupid if you can't. And I think it's great that the young people are beginning to take action, but I hope they do more than just march and take a day off school. It needs to be followed by taking action themselves. You can't point at a government official and say, you've got to do something, unless you two are doing something. It's like walking your talk.
You and the chimpanzee, Wounda, yeah. What happened here?
Well, that was amazing. Wounda was rescued as a tiny baby, nearly dead from a bullet wound that killed her mother for bushmeat. This picture is when she's being released onto an island. And the amazing thing was, I didn't meet Wounda until this day. And yet, when she came out of the cage that we transported her in, she went briefly to Rebecca. She climbed up onto the cage. She's looking around like this, and then she does it like a double take, and she gives me this amazing embrace.
What does a chimpanzee hug feel like?
A bit like a child hugging you. But this hug of Wounda's was different. It was more leisurely and slow. And one of the Africans, he said, how does this chimp know that this lady is responsible for everything? Well, of course she didn't. But when you think I'd only met her that day, something was going on. It's a connection I've always managed to have with many, many animals.